Hello, Leos. Here's your reading. These are general. Take what works and what doesn't work just doesn't work. But if you stumble upon this reading at a later date, there may be something in it for you. But let's see what the cards have to say. In your recent past position, you have the Knight of Pentacles. In your current energy, you have the Emperor. In your near future, you have the Seven of Swords. Your challenge for the week is the Hanged Man in reverse. And what is recommended for you is the Ace of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles, in your recent past, I see him as being very, very diligent. Like he's very sure-footed about the way he goes after something. Like he's kind of pursuing something that he wants, but he's slow-moving. Like he's very slow-moving, but he's going to put in the work to really get to where he needs to go. Like he's going to do, I always see him as like the daily grinder, you know? He's slow-moving, but this energy, it's kind of like, you know when you show up to work and you know you're in for it for the day, like there's going to be a mess. You're just about to go into work and it's going to be one of those days. And you know how I know, at least me, there's sometimes I just take an extra 30 seconds in the car. Like I pull up, I turn the car off, and I'm like, I just need a second. Like I need an extra moment before I go in and deal with it. This is what I always see the Knight of Pentacles. Like he's willing to put in the work, he's going to do it, but it's slow moving, but it's also that kind of like, okay, it's the daily grind again. I gotta be here again. I gotta do this again. And it's that kind of energy, but it's the diligence to actually do it for the long haul. So this is really, really good. And he's very practical. So he's definitely figuring out the details to actually make whatever this represents for you really transpire. So I think that whatever you've been doing, you might have been putting a lot of work into something. You're figuring out the details of doing it. Like this could be a larger picture thing. Maybe this is some kind of whatever it represents. It could be anything for you, but you've been kind of doing the grind with it. Now, in your current energy, you have the Emperor, and this is really being in your power right now. The Emperor, he's diligent as well. He's another card of kind of diligence. I see him as a hard worker as well, but he's gained a level of kind of mastery. I see him as being so structured in a way that he's able to kind of plan his day into an extremely effective, the most effective way. I see him as being really organized as well, and he's able to handle a lot of responsibilities because he's the one that's the problem solver for everybody. He's the one making the decisions. So you might be in a place where you're in kind of a leadership role or you're in control of something. This could be your family, you know, maybe you're the go-to person of your family or at work or whatever this represents for you. But you're very much in a comfortable position right now where you're confident, because I also see him as being very confident in himself to handle his responsibilities and do the tasks that he needs to do. So I think you've kind of gained a level, like you've leveled up in my mind. This from the Knight of Pentacles, kind of doing the daily grind and kind of going through, I don't want to say the mess, but you know, sometimes things are a little bit, you know, you got to trudge through the mud sometimes. But the Emperor in this energy, you really kind of gained a level of mastery, a level of skill, and a level of respect. Because I also see him as a person that gets respect from other people because of the work or what he's shown to other people. They can understand that, you know, he's somebody who you can respect and he's somebody who maybe even stands by his word or is even fair. Because I like to see this guy as being fair. Now, so I think you're in this energy of really having mastery right now of your life and having things run smoothly. Not everything's always running 100% smoothly, but when a problem comes up to you, you're able to kind of squash it or resolve it or figure out a way around it. You're not hiding from anything, is what I should say as well. But what's coming in for you with the Seven of Swords, now, this card could be about deceit and trickery, but I often see this as being strategic and the need to actually, I don't want to say cut corners, because sometimes you shouldn't be cutting some corners, but other times you need to cut some corners. You have to go faster with something. You need to kind of cut the fat, cut some corners. So you may be realizing that there could be something like from the Knight of Pentacles with doing the grind and now kind of leveling up in a sense. You may be seeing that there could be coming in certain corners that you can cut, or you could go in a different way or do something a little bit strategically that's going to help you get to your destination with whatever this is a little quicker or a little faster or even better. So there's going to be something where You're going to be thinking strategically and trying to figure out some kind of aspect with whatever this is regarding you to kind of make things go a little bit better. Now, your challenge for the week is the Hangman in reverse, and this could indicate that you're feeling stuck, like you may be feeling a little stuck, because with the Knight of Pentacles, he's kind of slow moving, like he's doing it, but he might be grinding it out every day, but he's seeing maybe not such great results, or it's just feeling like things are kind of, I don't want to say on an endless loop, but it's just maybe not moving as quickly as he would like, but it's just same old type of thing. You're getting to where you need. It's going slow going. Sometimes things don't happen overnight. Most things don't happen overnight. You have to put in that energy. You have to do the work. But I wonder if for some of you, if certain aspects, even though I feel like you've leveled up and you're in this mastery level in a sense, or you're handling everything very effectively, you might be still kind of feeling that things are not moving as quickly as you like. You've kind of gained some kind of skill. You've gained kind of a mastery of your life or what you're doing. You have it down packed in a sense. It's flowing really good. But for something, whatever you want next or to move forward, and you might be still feeling a little stuck, or you're in limbo a little bit. So that's your challenge. And sometimes this could indicate that you need to kind of see things from a little bit of a different perspective, because I wonder with the Seven of Swords coming in for you, if this with the strategy concept, like you might need to see things from a little different perspective, because there might be something that you're doing that you can kind of cut out or change or shift up, or there could be some, even like a different program. If this is something you could do with computers, there might be another program or a different way to help you make this go a little quicker or more efficient. Now, what's recommended for you with the Ace of Pentacles, this represents like a new opportunity. Now, I think like potentially a new financial opportunity or something that could bring you money or some monetary gain in the future. So I wonder for some of you with this kind of this hanged man maybe feeling stuck, if you need to take a look around, because there might be something that could be potentially beneficial for you coming in and you might not be seeing it. So make sure that if there's any kind of potential opportunity with anything, maybe it doesn't look so great, but take a second look at it, because it could potentially be something good, and you might wind up realizing that, and then moving forward, you're going to implement some other strategy, or you're going to be a little bit more strategic and to capitalize on this. So it's definitely recommended that you don't ignore any opportunities that come your way this week, because there could be, even though they seem small, it could grow into something much better and more lucrative for you with whatever this represents. Okay, let's see what else we get for you guys. Okay, first up you have Skunk Spirit, Know Your Worth. And I really think that this is really going with this Emperor right now. I think you might have been grinding it out in the past and kind of really being diligent with something and sticking with something. And I think, although I think you've gained a level of, I don't want to say just mastery, I think you've kind of are very structured right now, and you have this level of kind of handling your business effectively. Sometimes we could still get in our head if we're feeling stuck and things are not moving quite as quickly as we would like, we could get in our heads. So I think you just need to remember your worth, because I feel like you leveled up quite a bit. I think whatever you did, you really gained a lot of self-discipline, because this guy, the Emperor, represents also self-discipline. It's that kind of making sacrifices for something that you know is going to be better for you. So I think you've kind of gained this level. And even if you want to say the Emperor's also been to war, you know, like he's an emperor, like he goes to war if he has to. So he has to handle all that responsibility. So you might have had to fight some of your own battles. So I feel like you kind of have this air about you of just like, you know, kind of being through it, trudging through the mud a little bit and still standing. But I think you have to remember that even if you're feeling stuck or something's like in limbo right now, that you have to keep pushing forward. Don't forget your worth, because I think what's coming in for you is a new opportunity that you're going to have to be a little bit strategic, because life, it's one thing after another. It's like one learning experience after another. It's like a game. You never really, it doesn't end until you die, really. So it's kind of like constantly, you're on to the next level, you're on to the next quest, you're on to the next thing. So, okay, let's see what else we get. Now you have Epidite, go deeper. And I really think that this is saying, with this Ace of Pentacles, there may be some type of opportunity right now that you need to really look a little bit further into. Because I feel like with this feeling stuck energy, this hanged man, this kind of not really see things from a different perspective, kind of just feeling like maybe a little blah, or in limbo, you might be overlooking something that could be potentially beneficial to you. So anything this week, maybe take a little bit of a second look at it, go a little deeper into it, take a look, see if it's something that could be beneficial. So, Coffin, endings bring new beginnings, growth, change, liberation, transition. And I think this is very positive, and I kind of feel like this is a little bit this energy here, because I wonder if you're going to be in the future getting out of this limbo stage. You might be stuck right now, but I think with the strategic card, you're going to definitely be moving forward in the future. And I think you might actually be on to like the next thing, the next new beginning. And there might be, I feel like between the Knight of Pentacles and the Emperor, I feel like this is a lot of growth energy a little bit. Like you had to learn, you had to go through the mud, and now you've gained this level, the status or the stature about this, or you're really diligent with the way you run your life. So I think sometimes when we get to this point, there's no going back. Like once you get to this point, you can't ever really go back again, you know? So there's only forward. So I think you're going to be bringing this Emperor energy with you forward going on. And I think that's definitely why this strategy card is here, because you're going to be kind of being a little bit more strategic, a little bit more stealthy, a little bit more figuring out your resources. So that's definitely positive. But I think that you're actually on to a new beginning. And even with this liberation, whatever's been going on with this Knight of Pentacles, because he's a very good card, but I always see him as the daily grind kind of guy. Like he's, you know, he's going to do it. It's just the same stuff. It's a little bit, you know, tiresome. It's a little like blah, blah, but he's doing the grind. But I think that this new beginning and this growth change, and you might actually be getting liberated from this grind. So this could be something where you're leveling whatever this is up to another level where you don't have to do the grind anymore. Now you're doing a different kind of grind, but it's a little bit different, you know? So getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Now, I think this could obviously represent a person, but I kind of think that, to me, I'm really getting that this is really representing you. I really think that, I wonder with this this hanged man, because you're in this limbo phase, I wonder, and even with this kind of Seven of Swords coming in, I wonder if you're in a point where you're doing a lot of self-reflection in a way, because I also see the Emperor, I think to me, I always see him as a deep thinker as well. Like he's always thinking about the next move, what's the things that he's done in the past. Were they good? Did they turn out well? I think he's very reflective. I always see him as being very reflective. So you may be, because you're in this little stuck energy right now, reflecting on some of the choices you've made in the past or the choices you want to make in the future. And I think, in a sense, when you get to know yourself a little bit better and deeper, you're more clear on, what do you want out of your life? Where do you want to go? What do you want your life to look like 10 years from now? So I think you may actually be getting to know yourself. And I wonder if that's why then, with the go deeper here and know your worth, there could be something that you're changing, that you're just not going to put up with anymore, or you're headed in a new direction. And that could be your ending. And that's going to bring new beginnings. And let's see what quote we get. Every storm runs out of the rain eventually. And I really feel like the Knight of Pentacles, I kind of feel like sometimes he deals with the storms. And even the Emperor, it doesn't shine on the Emperor all the time. Like he has to deal with the BS occasionally as well. So if you're going through a little bit of a tricky phase right now, I think with the Seven of Swords here, this is you figuring out maybe how to get through the storm a little quicker. So, because sometimes problems, and this could be also with the Hanged Man in reverse, you're feeling stuck right now. But I think there's a new opportunity coming in for you. I think there's something to help you get unstuck. You just have to start looking into things, figuring out what you want, and then moving accordingly in the future towards that. Now let's see what little affirmation we get for you. Today I am learning. Today I will focus on learning to grow into a better person. And I think that's fantastic. And I think that's also you figuring out more about yourself. And let's see what Bob Ross has to say. I think each of us at some times in our life has wanted to paint a picture. Okay, let me read that again. I think each of us at some time in our life has wanted to paint a picture. And I think this is saying, even if you're in the stuck energy right now, what picture do you want your life to be, Leos? What is it that you want 10 years from now, 20 years from now? Like, what is it that you want out of your life? And how are you going to paint that? How are you going to create that, you know? So you got to think about that. And let's see what spirit of the dish shall be with you this week. You have the spirit of the Blanco dip, which is the spirit of the queso. I think it's the white queso. So for your dinner and a movie, you have thriller movies and action, American films, sorry. No, you have thriller movies and American food. That's what I meant to say. Sorry about that. And for the energies that you either need to tap into or be aware of, you have Leos here. And you guys are about ego, individuality, and having that confidence in something. So I think you still need to have confidence in yourself. And you also have Pisces. And this is about vision, creativity, and illusion. So this could be like being a little creative, kind of having the vision of what you want this to be in the future, and kind of make sure that you're not fooling yourself or having illusions as well. Like make sure you're seeing things clearly. You have here Pluto, and this is about transformation and major changes. And you also have Saturn's, which is about restrictions, responsibilities, and life lessons. You have the 4th house, which represents the home, intuition, parenting, and children. And then you have the 10th house, which represents social status, career, and aspirations. You also have number 5 here, which is an odd number. So that means today the special guest that shall be answering your questions will be the Magic 8 Ball. He'll be out here shortly. So you have F, M, O, 7216881. And you have joy. And I think that this is saying that if you have a little bit of a rough time, maybe joy is coming back into your life, or you need to do things that you enjoy to kind of help you shift out of this if you're feeling a little stuck right now. And let's see what little charmy we get for you. Oh, and you have the lightning bolts. So I wonder, because you got this endings bring new beginnings, growth, change, liberation, transition. I wonder for some of you if this could also be like an idea. Maybe you're going to have an idea or something. Something's going to kind of jump you out of this stuck phase, and then you're going to be moving forward with it. So something could be coming in this week that is just kind of like, I don't want to say sudden. I don't think it's a bad sudden, but kind of just shifts you out real quick. So that's exciting. But this is also about like quick movement and quick action. So you might have to be very decisive. If you see this Ace of Pentacles moment, if some opportunity comes your way, you might have to move a little quickly with it. So, okay. Now, it is time, Leos. Let me bring our special guest over. Here he is. Okay, Leos, think of your question and let us ask. Oh, mystical, magical 8 Ball, the mightiest ball of all the balls in the world. What is the answer to Leo's question? It says, don't count on it. The 8 Ball has spoken. I hope you all have a wonderful week, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.